and sometimes it'll hit you. That spontaneous inspiration. It might last for 1 minute, and you come up with a cool riff. Usually, when I think I've got a cool idea, I'll record it, I'll do a demo, I'll develop it, and then I'll play it to the guys, and then they will tell me if it's something else. Oh, you just ripped off an English song or whatever. Or that's not what it is. Oh, that's that song. You just have to kind of even songwriting takes practice. You just have to make a lot of songs to start developing your own songwriting style.
Like Gene Simmons said, 9 to 5, you have to work on it. You can't just wait for inspiration. You have to do it.
Yeah. And there's always, of course, different ways of writing stuff. I do it a bit more, I guess, traditionally in the sense that I just jam, and if I get an idea, you can either create like that, or a lot of people, use, for example, drum machines. They put a beat on and they try to come up with something cool over that beat. I've worked with producers producers in studios that are songwriters and stuff, like when they do the radio songs and stuff, like they have a different approach. Some of these guys, they will start from nothing, basically from just a couple of notes, and they will just fix and move stuff around, and then all of a sudden that becomes an idea, and then construct it little by little, and which is a bit more of a mechanical way, but yeah, I guess there are all kinds of tricks. Yeah, everybody got their own secrets. Anybody else?
I realized you really like the improvisation part of writing riffs and stuff. But do you ever sit down theoretically and think about scales, modes, or something like that when you're writing solos? Or
on solo, sometimes I will analyze it. What is okay? What's the chord progression here? Whatever, if it's and then you think what you can play over that, and like I said, I will jam, and of course you can do all that and playing just one scale and be more simple, but that's a bit more of an ordinary thing, but that's what I try to kind of branch out from and use different tonalities that wouldn't be the normal way to do it, of just playing only a pentatonic thing for 16 measures, it's and you can analyze that chord by chord, see what your minor chords are and your major chords in the sequence. And if you know your theory, I think that's a very good thing. It helps you with that. You know what your relative minor and major scales are. I have that approach as well. Anybody else?
If you had to pick one favorite Ozzy guitar player,
Right. The thing is, I can't, because I got different things from each guy. Every guy that's been in that gig, in that band, he had his own thing. And I remember, for example, when I first saw Ozzy, actually was with Zach Wilder, was on TV, and they were doing that Peace and Love Festival in Moscow or something. And I remember, obviously Zach Wilder, I got all the whole pentatonic fast thing from him, and he's a very, he's a very hard player, and I really dug that attitude he has, that vibe on his playing. And then again, you hear somebody like Randy Rhoads, who was an American but sounded a lot more European, and that's what I really dug, because he had all those classical influences and blended it with more commercial rock songs. And his solos were like almost mini compositions and very thought out and cool patterns, very musical patterns. He would so I got a lot from him with that. And then you had somebody like J.V. Lee, who was also a very unorthodox player. I mean, he was in the '80s era of Ozzy, but he came up with he had really unique chordal playing. I got a lot of really cool chords. He would play unusual stuff. And even his solos, he was very bluesy, but also had also a lot of outside of the box notes. That's what I dug about him. And then of course, Tony Iommi, who was like kind of the originator, of that style, and basically his playing was just blues, but just much heavier. And what I dug about Tony Iommi is that you could, none of his solos, is the same with the other one, but somehow you see him live and he pulls it off. Like he plays note for note, but he's playing it so free form, you know. Very bluesy